Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to Global Entertainment News TV. I am your host, Busola, and it is the time to take a look at what is making the headlines in our newspaper review segment this morning. Let's start with the punch. Terrorism. Retired generals back calls for state of emergency. Terrorism. Retired generals back calls for state of emergency. Moving on to the next. Petrol remains 865 naira per litre amid Dangote free delivery. Petrol remains 865 naira per litre amid Dangote's free delivery. Up to next. FX inflows push naira to 1,465 per dollar. FX inflows push naira to 1,465 naira per dollar. To the next headline. Nigerians trade with African countries soared by 610 billion naira. Nigerian trade with African countries surged by 610 billion naira. To the next one. Fubara's men absent at Governors' Reunion with Wike. Fubara's men absent at Governors' Reunion with Wike. To the next headline. Ex-military chiefs, state of emergency will speed up anti-insurgency efforts. Ex-military chiefs, state of emergency will speed up anti-insurgency efforts. Moving on to next. Only large-scale troops deployed on defeat Boko Haram, says Northern elders. Only large-scale troops deployment can defeat Boko Haram, says Northern elders. To the next headline. Borno dismisses call, says Irabo entitled to opinion. Borno dismisses call, says Irabo entitled to opinion. Up to next. E1 Lagos. Brazilian team win Lagos electric boat race. E1 Lagos. Brazilian team win Lagos electric boat race. To the next headline. How Osun Amotekun shot two siblings dead, says stepmother. How Osun Amotekun shot two siblings dead, says stepmother. To the next headline. Gunmen kill 4, shoots teenager near Lagos barrack. Gunmen kill 4, shoots teenager near Lagos barrack. Up to next. NMA conduct court-ordered checks on Kano, submit report. NMA conduct court-ordered checks on Kano, submit reports. That's it for the punch. Move to the Vanguard. $92 billion lithium rush leaves Nigerian investors behind. 92 lithium rush leaves Nigerian investors behind. To next. Serap to governors. Account for 14 trillion naira fuel subsidy savings. Serap to governors. Account for 14 trillion naira fuel subsidy savings. To next headline. Imisi wins BBN Season 10 gets 150 million naira. Imisi wins Big Brother Naija Season 10 gets 150 million naira. Up to next. Households suffer as cooking gas shortage worsens, raises to 25,000 naira. Households suffers as cooking gas shortage worsens, raises to 25,000 naira. To the next headline. World Teachers Day. NLC demands living wages for teachers. World Teachers Day. NLC demands living wages for teachers. Up to next. Fuel scarcity bites harder in Abuja. Fuel scarcity bites harder in Abuja. To the next headline. 69-year-old Nigerian bikes across 40 countries in 99 days. 69-year-old Nigerian bikes across 40 countries in 99 days. To the next one. Music. Odumodu Black industry machine album out now. Music. Odumodu Black industry machine album out now. That's it for the Vanguard. Move to Daily Independent. Experts sees September inflation at 18.46% on back of falling food costs. Experts see September inflation at 18.46% on back of falling food costs. Up to next. Nigerians flared gas in 4 years, enough to power 10,000 homes, a year. Nigerians fled gas in 4 years, enough to power 10,000 homes a year. Up to next. Tinubu prioritizing politics over securing lives of Nigerians, says ADC. Tinubu prioritizing politics over securing lives of Nigerians, says ADC. Moving on to next. Serap gives Governor Wike 7 days to account for 14 trillion naira fuel subsidy cost savings. Serap gives Governor Wike 7 days to account for 14 trillion naira fuel subsidy cost savings. Up to next. NUT pegs shortage of teachers at 194,876 body for recruitment. NUT pegs shortage of teachers at 194,876 body for recruitment. To the next headline. NDLEA smashes cocaine cartel behind 6 UK-bound shipments. Arrest Arrowhead, 5 others. NDLEA smashes cocaine cartel behind 6 UK-bound shipments. Arrest Arrowhead, 5 others. Up to next. NUPRC exceed revenue targets 3 years running. Achieves 84.2% growth in 2024. NUPRC exceeds revenue targets 3 years running. Achieves 84.2% growth in 2024. Up to next. MDGs, SDGs, part of AG manifestos. MDGs, SDGs, part of AG manifestos. In 1952, Tokunbo Awolowo Dosunmu. MDGs, SDGs, part of AG manifestos in 1952, Tokunbo Awolowo Dosunmu. To the next one. Team Brazil win E1 Lagos Grand Prix. Team Brazil wins E1 Lagos Grand Prix. And that is for the Daily Independent. We move to the Guardian. Government may earn 1 trillion naira yearly from capital gain as new tax causes steers. Government may earn 1 trillion naira yearly from capital gains as new tax causes steers. To the next headline. Cooking gas scarcity pushes price to 3,000 per kg. Cooking gas scarcity pushes price to 3,000 naira per kg. To the next headline. Confusion as status quo. Orders pit police against MPA. Confusion as status quo. Orders pit police against MPA. Moving on to next. Lagos residents lament flash flooding. Urge government to enforce planning laws. Lagos residents lament flash flooding. Urge government to enforce planning laws. Up to next. World Teachers Day. Tinubu, NLC, British Council lament education challenges. World Teachers Day. Tinubu, NLC, British Council laments education challenges. Moving on to next. Tinubu botched visit. Oti, Kalu trade wet ahead of Abia 2027. Tinubu botched visit. Oti, Kalu trade wet ahead of Abia 2027. To the next one. Brewers kick against tax stamps rollout, one of inflation impact. Brewers kick against tax stamps rollout, one of inflation impact. Moving on to next. Cardoso, single-digit inflation remains our medium-term target. Cardoso, single-digit inflation remains our medium-term target. To next headline. Plot to remove Chinda divides House of Representatives. Plot to remove Chinda divides House of Representatives. Moving on to next. Fresh violence. Mass displacement text government grips on security. Fresh violence. Mass displacement text government grips on security. Up to next. End rascality. Vested interest in Nigerian downstream petroleum industry now. End rascality. Vested interest in Nigeria's downstream petroleum industry now. And it comes to our today newspaper every segment. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. Once again, I've been your host, Musola, and have a wonderful